you again, Myke.
What's up, everybody? No, Skype did not fail me. No, we were a little bit of housekeeping before we got started tonight. That's all. Nope, actually, not a technical issue. Just a little late start. Sorry about that, guys. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's Tuesday night. Means it's the NLG show night. You know what, guys? Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. We're gonna talk about good stuff tonight. I know, and I know I've been at the forefront of it. I've been bitching the last few weeks, but you know what? Not tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Not tonight.
You're always respectfully bitching, though. You're not like
Well,
you're not nasty bitching.
No, of course not. Always respectful and always still love the things I'm bitching about. So, absolutely. But not tonight. Tonight, it's kind of like the calm before the storm, right?
Are you in your happy place?
I'm in a happy place. It's been a good couple of weeks, guys. It's had a really good retro roots last night. Just a lot of calm. Had a good weekend. How was you guys' weekend?
It was every day. It was pool day. So, well,
Nice.
what's pool day? I mean, we were at the pool. Let's say that way. Saturday was like that. One of us like super cool. I jumped in and swam to the other side and called it a called it a day. Being in the water, that is. But then Sunday was a little bit better, not as cold, and Monday was fantastic.
Nice. I had to go to the pool tonight with Seth. We have our June camping trip coming up in a couple weeks, and I found out that it is a kayaking and canoeing trip, which is going to be awesome. But because of this and because of summer camp, Seth has to take the yearly swim test. So we were up at the pool at the pool the Scoutmaster that the Scoutmaster belongs to, and as it turns out, because I'm going on the trip, because I always go on these trips now.
You had to do a swim test?
I had to take swim test.
Dang.
I did. No. Actually, now I wish I didn't. I will say I wish I hadn't run that 2 miles before I knew I had to take the swim test, because I was like, let me get my run in before we go to Scouts. And so I usually on my non-weightlifting days, I do 2 miles of cardio, whether it's on the treadmill or like today it was outside in the neighborhood. And then I found out I had to take the swim test. I'm like, oh, but it was only 25, 50. It's only 100 meters. So you have to go, up the pool, back one more time. And then your last length has to be on your back. So, backstroke, or if you want to do whichever. And then you have to stay stationary afloat for 30 seconds, tread water for 30 seconds. So I got that done. Seth got that done.
30 seconds? Dang, that seems...
Well, thankfully, I only had to take the same one the Scouts did.
Yeah.
You figure within 30 seconds...
It's still funny that you had to do a swim test, though.
I know. It's the first time I've ever had to do it. And I've gone on other scouting events or scouting trips that were in water that I didn't have to take a swim test for, but for whatever reason... I don't know if it's a change in the I don't know if it's a change in their requirements or whatnot. And I texted the Scoutmaster and said, "Are you sure adults have to do this? Do I really need to take a swim test for this?" And he said, "Well, I would prefer that you do, but we can talk." And I'm like, "Nah, that's good enough for me. If you need me to take it, I'll take it." So
Huh.
Now the other thing I need to take is, I don't need to take it, but I'm going to just to help out. There's a scouting course called Safety Afloat, and one adult at least has to be certified with this course in order for in order for scouts to be able to be in canoes and canoes and kayaks. So, our Scoutmaster's already got that, but I'm going to take that too. And that's an online course I'll take care of this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man, look at all these people popping in. This lady Ventress is here. Let's go down the list real quick. My goodness. Doggy Dog and Back.
Doggy Dog had the front row seat.
Yes. Back is here. Paste is here.
It's here.
Boogie is here. Boogie. Oh man, recovery. I'm praying for you, man. Praying for you to get to heal that knee, brother. I know he's late. He's trying to recover, and he said his wife was having knee problems too. His son is sick. And gotta get you better, brother. Speaking of brothers, DragonHeartYOBY, peace, love, life. Brother Yobi's here. Brother Sean is here. I said Sister Ventress is here. Brother Zombie. Somebody say weightlifting. Yeah, that's right. Brother Dahl is here. The man, the myth, the legend, Daredevil Dave Dahl. God of War PS4 free for the month of June. That's the going rumor. Has that been officially announced yet? I don't know if I've seen the official on that, but that has been floating around. I'm double checking.
Yeah, I don't think it's official yet, but yeah, I saw that floating around too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Plus, by the way, we're getting a state of play on Thursday. So it's the only one downside to us moving from Thursdays to Tuesdays. We don't get the fresh. We don't get the fresh state of play stuff. So
where we get to get it in 4K though.
Well, I'm sure the replay will be.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, Zombie never got to go to the camps. So Back, you're good enough to be a Boy Scout, Myke. Yes, that's right. I am good enough to be a Boy Scout. Bet you're happy you didn't wear a Speedo. No, I did not.
I'm not better times.
That good looking yet. Brother Rab's in the house. I can get into and out of the kiddie pool without collapsing the wall. So Tiger Cup Swimming course certified. Nice. Zombie. Oh, thank you, Zombie. Dropped his like and share while he's at work. Oh, Boogie says it's been everything everywhere all at once. Story of my life right now. I'm sorry, brother. Man, I seriously, man, I am thinking about you tomorrow night. You know what? I need to DM you and get some names for not tomorrow night, for Friday night. So when I'm at services, we do our Misha Barach, which is our healing prayers. I can add you guys to the list. So I'm gonna DM you before the end of the week, brother. Invader's here, brother Invader. GUG in the house. We got TXR here. Great show Sunday night. Where is it? And
I got the net today while at work, so.
Yep, I was checking it out Sunday. I low key, so I got TXR in one ear, wife and 90 Day Fiance in the other. So she never knows. I don't know why. She can see me.
She thinks she laugh about bad jokes.
Oh. Boogie says I'm available, not going nowhere. We gotta get Boogie on here one night. We do have to get him on a Tuesday night. We gotta get in July. I think we gotta start up our guest appearances again. This is my fault. I've been lax in it. I know there's a couple people that we've talked about getting on. I do have one iron in the fire. I'm not going to talk about just yet. But I have one iron in the fire. I'm just waiting on a response from that person. And I know as soon as he gets settled, I know I want to get Fonzie on here. I know Fonz is also having some, our thoughts are with you, brother. He's moving. He's in New Mexico right now. He's trying to get himself settled. So, shout out to Jay Fonzarelli. Dude, keep your chin up. Everything will be okay. Right? Good things happen to good people. So just keep your chin up, brother, okay? So And no doubt, Qeorge has so much content from Sunday to basically from Sunday to Sunday. It is amazing. So Vash Starwind is in the house. One of our friends from Retro Roots over on Nick's channel. Welcome, Vash. So, expecting to be returned by work by mid-July, so before then would be better if you're wanting me to have on. Okay, we'll work that out. So, Chris, how was your weekend?
I had a great weekend.
Nice.
It was a wife and I's anniversary Saturday.
Happy anniversary.
So thank you. And then I know it was yours last Thursday.
Yep.
And
What'd you guys do?
Yeah, I mean, we had a great weekend. We started off with the early breakfast. Did not go to work, so.
Always good.
And then we went to the zoo because we got married at the zoo. I
Oh.
don't know if I ever mentioned that.
No. How cool
but
is
the zoo
that?
here has a nice indoor aquarium where you can see the hippos.
Yeah.
And above that is like a hall, like a ballroom. And so two things. I asked her to marry me there on the Valentine's. They had like a little Valentine's dinner back in, I don't know, 2010. And she's her favorite animal is the hippo. And then we decided after a year later, we ended up renting the ballroom there and booked that. We got married there at the zoo. So when everybody left, we got the zoo after that. We didn't get the whole zoo, but our guests were able to run around parts of the zoo, and it was cool. They had an outdoor patio up there. We can kind of overlook the hippos and see the zoo. So
Unwanted guest sent to the tigers.
yeah,
And the
sent them
lions.
overboard.
Yeah.
The jaguar? Well, guests had to walk by the jaguar area, and that jaguar was, man, he was on fire that night. Man, he was just wanting to get after our guests. Maybe he didn't like their smell or something. I don't know. Or like the way they were dressed. But so anyways, we did that, for before it got real hot. That's why we did everything early and kind of chilled out. And then we went out to dinner, nice dinner, Italian restaurant. And then went to go see the Top Gun Maverick.
How was it?
How was it?
It was great. I loved it. We both did. Our little one went with us. She fell asleep pretty early. And then she woke up at the end. And then she got mad because she fell asleep. I said, don't worry. You woke up at, the movie was great all around. But for kids, there's a lot of boring parts there for them. And
Well,
she
sure.
woke up at the action at the end, so. But it was great. I'll tell you what, guys that like the first one, it'll get you in the feels. It'll get you.
Nice. My
some
wife and I
tissue.
love that movie.
Yeah.
Big fans. Like the original Top Gun was a classic for us.
Oh,
and
yeah.
my wife loved
and
it.
it was on Netflix. Today's probably the last day. You can watch it on Netflix. The original.
What, the original? Yeah. I have it
Yeah.
on DVD. That was a must.
Yeah. But just an overall great weekend. I mean, we did the pool and just, we binge watched Stranger Things 4, season 4, the volume 1, and of course Obi-Wan, the first 2 episodes. So
What are you thinking of that?
I enjoyed it.
Peter, have you seen it yet?
Yeah.
Peter, have you seen it yet?
No, I have not.
So you're liking it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah. It gives you some insight from during that period. What was Obi-Wan doing while he was watching that bratty Luke?
He was brooding.
Luke and Leia, around that time period, they're 10 years old.
Right.
Of course,
Right.
Leia does not look like she's 10 years old. She looks like she's more like 8.
No.
But,
See, I'm with Nick. I'm struggling to like it. I get. there's a couple of things in the there's a couple things that I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean these new spin-off stuff,
These-
they're not. I don't know. They have their quirks about them that are kind of like they have to appeal to modern times.
Well,
somewhat.
and this is the one that I had been waiting for because love Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, not just Alec Guinness, man. I loved Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. I thought he was just absolute phenomenal in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
But he just, and I get that he's 10 years older, but he looks 30 years older. There's something off about this that I'm just, it's not catching me like I had hoped. And it could very well be how it started. Maybe it picks up and maybe there's, but like the Inquisitors are kind of, like I know who the Inquisitors are, but none of them are appealing to me. And
yeah, they look better in Rebels series.
Yeah.
The Grand Inquisitor just looks different than his character in the Rebels. I know it's animation, but yeah, I mean there's been criticism on that, but I think this is a good start, and it'll get better. It'll get better.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm gonna keep watching it to see. Yeah, like, and I get that Leia was kind of like that strong. Look, there's a difference between being a strong, confident Princess Leia, right? But good grief, what they've done to her as a kid.
Yeah,
you just want to backhand her.
Yeah,
I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to.
Too much.
Yeah, way too much, and I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away any spoilers. So I mean, I know there's a bunch of people who probably haven't seen it, and Peter's not seen it yet. But
there's a slim chance that I will ever see it though.
I'm sorry.
So, spoilers are all right.
No, I don't know. I'm trying. And remember, it's supposed to be a happy show tonight. So.
Well, the thing is, too, even with the Boba Fett series, I mean, I enjoyed it, but there are a lot of parts in there too. You're like, why? What?
Yeah.
I
didn't watch it.
It's a hit and miss. I mean, they have not been perfect. I mean, Mandalorian has been probably the best Star Wars series.
I'd agree with
Disney
that.
Plus so far.
I would agree with that. I'd absolutely agree with that. Mandalorian was great. And a lot more of what that was. And I'm an old school Star Wars guy like you are. That's what I guess it just I'm struggling to see why they can't just get back to basics. And take Top Gun Maverick for a second, because while I haven't seen it yet, and you can confirm this, it's truly the sequel to Top Gun, right? It is the same, like, homage without homage, right?
Oh yeah. No, they did a great job. They give you the old feel with some modern, modern times. And they just did it right. So yeah, and you're gonna like the story. The bad guy. Last one was Russians. I'm not gonna say who it was in this one, but it's good. I mean, it makes sense. So
yeah, so I think that's the difference for me, is that it's okay to get into the times a bit. Like, I get that Obi-Wan Kenobi again is 10 years past Star Wars, or 10 years, I'm sorry, past
Return of Jedi,
Revenge of the Sith.
Return of Jedi, no.
Right, Revenge, yeah, I got you.
3.
And that stuff, but just the way they're I don't know. I think they're It's not what I thought it was going to be, and maybe that's my problem.
Well, I say give it some time. I mean,
I'm going
there's
to.
gonna-
I mean, when I get
I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff answered. You know, kind of fill in some plot holes. And you got to remember too, he looks older. Only 10 years, but man, that twin sons, that's a bitch. That's a lot of. You got two sons beating on your face. Out there in the
this is
desert.
true, and
Makes
I
you
don't
age
think
a little bit more.
I don't think they had sunscreen back then.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it's. I think it'd be. Ewan McGregor is always. He does such a great job, and no matter what he does, pretty much. So. I think we're going to be surprised. We're going to get some surprise
I hope so.
throughout this series. Yeah.
I hope so. Because I mean, in A New Hope, I mean, obviously Obi-Wan Kenobi was a hermit, right? We know that.
Yeah.
But when he met Luke, he was all about training him for the Force. He was all about. It was almost like he was like, finally, I can start using the Force again. Finally, I can pass this on. Finally, I can give Luke his lightsaber. You know, it was let's get to Alderaan, let's go, right? And it was like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. And he's like,
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta go. So and on the way, I'm gonna train you to use the Force. It just, I don't yet know how they're gonna connect this Obi-Wan Kenobi with that with Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, I think they will. I think you got to remember he's devastated. You know what happened during Episode 3.
Sure.
And so knowing that he's there to keep an eye on Luke, he gave a promise. I think he's just like, he knows he has to hide himself in the Force to keep Luke safe. And so he's been cut off for 10 years, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's just kind of not himself. And I think, this first 2 episodes, it's getting him back into it.
Yobi said he hasn't watched it yet.
Hey, well, get on Disney Plus. What are you waiting for? You had a whole weekend, sir.
That's right. We're 2 episodes in.
No, but we're not trying to say too much, but it's
no,
worth
we're
it.
not.
Everybody go watch it. Give it a shot.
So yeah. So okay, moving on from Obi-Wan. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So moving on from Obi-Wan. So
all right, Obi-2. Here we go.
Obi-2. Right, that's his brother. So, oh, cool. Let's see. What did I do? I can't remember what I did on Saturday. Oh, a guitar player came over and we rehearsed on Saturday because we've got a gig in Bowie this coming Saturday. Sunday we went to Hershey Park. We have season tickets to Hershey Park this year, so first trip in. We're gonna try to go once a month. So first trip into Hershey Park. Had a very good time. And then Monday just kind of hung out. Went to my mom's house for a bit. Made some burgers and dogs. Came home, relaxed. Had a great retro roots with Nick and Rob, and played some Atari VCS. So I've seen what Peter's been playing. You want to?
What have I been playing?
You've been sniping people.
I've been sniping.
You've been sniping people.
Yeah, Sniper Elite 5. Fantastic game. Absolutely love it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, give us...
Most of my missions end up in chaos, so it's not as stealthy as I was hoping for.
Okay.
No, it's not. Yeah, not as much as you want.
And but certain levels are so big. There's like, I think it was the third one or second or third one. There's like a huge castle, and it's like based on the collectibles that I found. I'm not like actively searching for it, but I mean, when I go through a corridor or through rooms or whatever, I look around, and I only found like 4 out of 19 items, and it's like, dang, it's like. That's huge, but yeah, lots of fun. It runs butter smooth.
So.
If you like 4, you're definitely gonna like 5.
Okay.
Same goodness, just much smoother and having fun. There's also like I forgot the exact mode. I think it's called infiltration. So basically,
or invade or something like that.
yeah, or invasion or something like that. It's I played with it off, but you can play it on, so other people can, another sniper can invade your world, and they act like it's one of the Nazis, and they can take you out. But so I have that turned off because I like to explore, and I don't want to all of a sudden get shot in the back. But I've done the other way around, where I've invaded somebody else's world, and that was actually pretty cool. So you just like with the other NPCs, you don't see a difference except if you act out of the ordinary, and then you see you see your opponent and you try to take him out. And in this case, they must have been doing co-op because there were like 2 guys, so took them both out. It's fantastic. It's pretty cool. Definitely do that some more after I finish the story.
So for people who are not kind of in tune with what Sniper Elite is, and I'm certainly one of them, what's the... I mean, obviously it's a first-person shooter, right?
It's third slash.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put it like
okay,
for aiming and stuff, but it's really more like
it's
third. And so basically every mission that you have one main objective. Can be getting certain secrets to advance the story, because you're kind of like part of the resistance. You help them out, and then you always have a secondary objective, which is like take out a general or some other important person, and then you have some optional objectives like
take out a bunker,
like take out 3 bunkers,
air guns,
or take out the factory where they are having a big smelting oven and stuff like that. So you have that too, and so you're the lone sniper, as you see right here on the screen. And you use multiple weapons. You also have a silenced pistol. You have an SMG.
You can upgrade them.
You can upgrade them as well. Let's see.
Nate said, "Yeah, he was gonna play with me," but then he was like, "F it," and started doing it himself.
Sorry, Nate, you didn't wait for me either.
I have a co-op save file, Nate. No complaining.
You don't really have to wait for anybody. I think it doesn't matter, right? Like
no.
Is it one of those where you can join in at any time?
I believe so. Or you play on each other's
No,
map.
you have your own. I mean, basically, you have like your 10 campaigns, and you can start any one in any order, and you can start it up in co-op. You have to start it up in co-op mode in order to be co-op. Doesn't mean that a person can join midway during the co-op. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, actually. But Nate and we have played some co-op, which is cool. If a person goes down,
so Nate's just complaining.
He just wants you more of you, all to yourself.
Oh. Well, and it's
but
in
I
Game
think our
Pass.
plan is like we're doing it solo, and then in the end we'll do it in co-op, and then we go after all the collectibles.
And it's only 2-player co-op, though, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, but
here's the good news: there's not like a 2-hour training mission. No, it's like you can
go right in
right from the get-go.
But there is
the very first mission basically teaches you a few things, but you can do it together.
Gotcha.
But there is a mode that you can do like kind of like survival, right? Where you can have a 4.
Yes, there is. Oh, is it? I don't know. Maybe. There's a
Dang, I thought Nate said-
survival
Yeah.
mode. There's also a multiplayer mode. Not sure what that is.
Yeah.
It's like 2-on-2 or I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet.
So many games to play, so little time. But it's in Game
But
Pass.
this one is
so-
worthy. This
In
one
Game
is
Pass.
this one is worth it though.
It is, yeah.
Plus, it's easy to pick up. You know, it's like you can play and save any time. So.
And I think Peter mentioned it the other day. It does kind of remind us of Hitman a little bit.
Yeah.
You do sneak around. You can go up to someone and take them out from behind. Be quiet about it, and then you can hide their bodies in boxes or in the grass or whatever. So you do kind of need to hide people because, or like Peter did last night or whatever. He put a booby trap on one of the bodies. So
yeah, you can put booby traps on there, or you can put like certain mines and certain other.
Yeah.
This is cool, by the way, while we're
Yeah.
talking. The motion capture stuff,
Yeah.
that's really
No,
cool.
It's a good looking game, and
Hold on. You see how
Yeah.
nonchalant that was? It was just like, and I'm going to stab you in the neck and goodbye.
yeah.
And
it's
then you have
cool.
your slow motion
Yeah.
and X-ray kind of kills. So
Yeah,
Wait,
it's cool.
Yeah,
the
hold on. This
close
one's great.
combat.
Watch this. And go to sleep.
Yeah. hmm
That is really cool.
And of course, the sniper, the animation when they show the bullet, when you get them, you aim at the right spot or whatever, it shows the animation where you hit them. It goes through. Shows
Yeah,
like the
what organ you
skeleton.
hit or
Yeah,
or his
Split in that heart.
teeth falling out.
yeah. Going through the eye. I got one through the eye. Haven't got the nut shot, but Peter, you were saying that they don't really show it right anymore.
No, they actually do. I've seen a video of it, but I haven't been able to do it myself. Some reason I always hit their organs. It's like, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I know for sure I shot you in these nuts, but
Oh. All right. I have it
maybe they
downloaded.
hung too low and they won't
need to download it.
throw. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean,
I have it. I did download it because I was hoping to get some work in on it with you guys, but I know this, again, it's getting hard to do these late nights. So, but
Yeah, it's Project Jeff. I think I saw his video that he his very first shot he fired off. He got a slow-mo X-ray nut shot.
nice. I gotta try it. I gotta try it. I gotta get out of my Atari VCS mode for a little bit and get back to Ironic. I'm not
You
gonna
can play
lie.
this half an hour and have fun, and then
yeah.
get
Oh,
a good.
there you go. All right, Nate. I'll take you up on that, Nate. Boogie said grown men talking about wanting to get bullet time Jimmy top shots. No, and we have got look at this crowd that's come in, man. It's like it's like when the bar starts to get full. This is awesome. We got brother. It's Timmy, which snuck in. Said he's oh my god, I can't talk now. So brother, it's Timmy is here. What just happened, brother? What just happened is here, brother Salvatore, brother Kurt, brother Toolman is here. So we got a great crowd tonight. Great crowd. Totodope, brother Totodope is here, and then brother Infinite rolled on in. Project Jeff.
Yeah.
So it's a great crowd tonight. Great crowd, and you guys are all. You came at a great night because we need you tonight. We're gonna in a little bit we're gonna talk about the best of 2022 so far, the things that we've liked, the games, the moments, the news stories, all the good stuff, and we want to hear from you guys what your best of 2022 has been so far as well. So when we get there, we want to hear from you guys too. So, oh, the other one that I had picked, the other video that I grabbed for this. And hats off to Rebellion, because I mean they really have been pumping out these. It's not just Sniper Elite. It's what was it, Zombie Army, and Evil Genius, and I mean they put out some good stuff. Not. I mean, would you consider this double A? Maybe 2.5 A's.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because there's a lot there, a lot of detail.
There is.
The environment looks great, and of course the scenes, the action scenes, and all that. Yeah, I mean it's a good open world. On the different missions.
Came out on my anniversary. Does it have? I guess it has a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There you go. Cool. So I will have to download. Or I have it downloaded. I will have to get into it. It was 80 gigs, so it's got to be good.
Yeah.
No, right.
It is, yeah.
It's definitely 80 gigs good.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we're talking about news, I think let me see if they're still. Yeah, they're still on over there at Bacon Ice Cream Productions. They are talking about the new news, but we'll talk about it real quick and let them they can catch up. So those of you who are into your handhelds and you have an Evercade, there's new stuff on the horizon. First and foremost, and Chris, you're the Evercade owner of the group.
Mm-hmm.
So I say I do not have 80 gigs is a lot of disappointment if it's not good. That is absolutely true, Paste. There you go. So because of the emulation that I do on my phone and stuff like that, and my Razer Kishi, I haven't been into the Evercade myself, but I respect completely what Blaze is doing. And I know, Chris, you've enjoyed your Evercade.
Yeah, I mean they got a nice setup here. If you're into some older retro games that came out on the early systems, NES, Atari, whatever, Sega back in the day, and so on. They got these nice collections. Like here I got a Pico collection. Came with 20 games, and this thing was like $19. So, and on this one, some of the games are okay, but this one, the Nightshade was my favorite, and it's one that I played on the NES. So I was real happy that it was on there. And this one's the Atari collection. You have your Atari games, 2600 and stuff. Your Asteroids, Centipede. Got 7800 stuff. And I mean it's nice to go back and kind of check these games out. If you had Atari back in the day, you kind of try it out. And I've been playing these on the handheld. This is the first Evercade handheld. It's a nice setup. Little cartridges. These cartridges have some of these they have 20, 16 to 20 games, depending on the collection. And these collections all have been around, $20. So it's great. Like this one was a sports one. So there's a lot of games here from different systems back in the day. If you didn't have all those systems, but now you got all that in one, so you can check it out. Something like I said, some of the games aren't all that great, but you will find some gems there, and you just sit there and have fun and just chill out. But this Evercade was real solid. I mean, it's good quality. It's got a decent screen, and it holds up well. But now I guess we're gonna talk about the new handheld they're announcing. They just announced. So it kind of looks cool. So
are.
But it is a cool deal, and like you said, I'm not into the emulation. And if you're not, if you want a handheld or whatever, you want some old school collection, that's affordable. I think the Evercade offers that. And if this right here was good quality, that looks like it might be, might stick to the same thing, and it looks more like the Steam Deck, kind of look more modern looking. So it's kind of cool. Better screen, right?
Yep.
So.
This is the Evercade EXP. So this is their new one, and this has, you could see it here. They call it the Tate. Let me back that up a little bit.
Yeah.
So that you can actually play vertically for vertical shooters.
Like the old school, yeah.
Yeah. And then the Irem collection, the Irem arcade collection, which has I'll get over. I've got the website up. And this thing, of course, plays all the standard, right? All the Evercade stuff. So it's just but yeah, I agree with you. If you're not into, and the other thing too is, so to be honest, this is the legal way of.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. This is
right. Yeah.
the legal way to emulate, because obviously this is just it's all emulation on this too, but it's at least licensed and curated, right? So, give them credit for that. And yes, it has that Tate mode, which is, of course, I'll scroll back to it. For vertical shooters.
That's cool.
So it looked like it's using the same cartridge, right? From what I saw on the back. So all these cartridges, if you already have the Evercade, use these. Infinite asks for dollar, is it worth it when so many retro games are free? I mean, you're right, they are, but it's not as accessible to everybody. Not everybody's into PC, or like I was saying, or doing it the unlegal way.
Well, right. So that's the the thing. And let me say, I'm not saying that is. I'm not saying that is. I'm not passing judgment, because obviously,
no, yeah.
I've got arcade games sitting on MAME, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are, so I'm not passing any judgment. What I am saying is that if you are not that kind of person and you don't want to, as you're saying, Chris, well, you know what? You finish that point, Chris, because you're the one making it.
It's not that I want to do it. I just haven't done it. Like, I haven't got into the emulation and all that, done stuff like. But I just, to me, this is just simple. This was like $79. And like I said, and when I bought this, I think I bought it came with the Atari collection. So I think the value is there. If you want to try it out, it's not expensive you're like, oh, this sucks. I can't believe I spent this much money. No, and even this handheld here for, $149. I mean, that's not bad either.
No, not for that.
Yeah, I mean, looks like a decent. It's got definitely an upgrade from this, and like I said, these collections, you're getting like 15 to 20 games in these things, so you're gonna find something that you're gonna like. You want to try out old retro games, and I agree with Sean. It'd be cool if they got into maybe working with some indie games developers and get some stuff made for the Evercade, or port some over.
Oh, sure.
And I can see them doing that over time, right? They can make a collection of stuff like that.
Didn't they say they wanted to do MAME at one point in time? No?
I think they wanted to use that as their emulator, but I think they ended up going with a different emulation software. But do remember hearing something like that from in the beginning. Obviously, Rich, Bacon Ice Cream, when they show up, I mean, that's a definite question. He or Pack Opening Pro Pete, those guys definitely know that one. So, yeah. So this is just going through the website they've got here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a clean deal. They put together a clean, solid device.
No, they really did.
You could tell they're putting some thought into this to, make it interesting for gamers that want to try the old school stuff, that you never even heard about, and probably never heard about because they weren't the best, but you just never know. I mean, you might just be like, damn, I love this game. You never know. And it's great for preservation because a lot of these games, I mean, like Infinite said, I'm sure definitely you can get them for free elsewhere, but
sure. But right. But this is where you can play it here.
Yeah.
USB-C, mini HDMI out, so you could still send it to the TV. Got Wi-Fi. It's got a 4 to 5 hour battery. Comes with so it comes with the Irem Arcade 1 collection, which has a badass amount of games. So this is one very impressive cartridge, and I'm gonna get there in just a second. As soon as I can figure out where it is.
At least it got ABXY, yeah.
This is true, and then that side AB, which is that's neat. That's just neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at the game I saw on here. I just noticed, and Ninja Golf.
Yep, Ninja Golf is one of the. And I know Rich and Pete have talked about that.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. Here's Irem Arcade 1. Check out the stuff that's on here. So here, I did not grab this trailer, but we'll just show it from here. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I think. Can I full screen this? Audio render error. All right. You know what? It won't take me but a minute to grab this. But here it is. While I'm doing that, let me just grab this real quick. And then I will tell you what's in it. Irem Arcade 1 trailer. Yes, I download trailers. There's nothing illegal about that. Oh, good. It came that quickly.
Until they copyright.
Right, until they copyright check. All right, so here. So this is the Irem Arcade 1. R-Type, the arcade R-Type. Moon Patrol. And one game in here you're going to like, Chris.
Will be playable on the Evercade systems, starting with 1982's Moon Patrol and 1983's 10-Yard Fight.
10-Yard Fight.
Popular in arcades across the globe. Then the big year of 1987, which not only featured Mr. Heli, or Battle Chopper as we know it in the West.
Before Madden took over it.
Arcade games of all time.
Yeah, because the first Madden, the first couple were top down. Top down like that.
Games of arcade history.
No NFL team names.
And Geiger-esque visuals. The collection also features the Great Samurai side-scrolling platformer lightning swords and finishes with the incredible visual.
Yeah, I mean, just fun. These are just cool, fun games.
Yeah.
This collection will be available to pre-order in September 2022, ahead of a release this winter.
And there you have it.
So at least you get a card in the box then. Back in.
Yeah, you get an actual cartridge. Yeah.
Yeah. And you did with the first one too.
True. So, but like Moon Patrol is awesome.
Yeah, I think it's
R-Type, 10-Yard Fight. I didn't realize
Mhm.
10-Yard Fight was Irem. The
Hmm.
only thing missing out of here, and it's the one thing that probably would have made this the absolute perfect, would have been Kung Fu Master. That should have been in here, but
Yeah,
I can't.
would like that.
Yeah, but maybe
And
they're
it's going to
saving.
be on number 2.
Yep.
Volume 2.
It'll be on Irem Volume 2. So, and I mean, for those of you who haven't seen,
But those are the
there's-
pack-in, right? It says 6 games.
Yep.
That's part of the bundle with the new handheld.
Mm-hmm. That's coming with it.
Yeah,
But
it
you
says
got-
Arcade 1, so yeah.
Yep.
There's room for expansion.
So here's some of the, the other things, the Toplin arcade stuff. So you got Tiger, Heli, Guardian, Flying Shark, Zero Wing, Truxton. That there's a whole cartridge dedicated to shooters. There's Jellicoe.
Wait, what was one of the? I thought you had a Metal Gear there. I thought I saw Metal Gear.
No.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. There's the Gallico arcade, which has a number of. Let's see. Come on. There's TH Strikes Back, World Rally 2, which I played a lot of. The touch and go volleyball game. Jellicoe, which has. It's missing bases loaded, but otherwise has some great Jellicoe arcade stuff. EDF, Avenging Spirit. What was the other one that I knew? P47 I used to play. I mean, there's Intellivision, there's Renovation, the Renovation collection. There's the Atari collections, the Data East stuff, Technos.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a ton of I Codemasters, Bitmap Brothers. I mean, I can't.
Are they still making all of these cards, or are they? Was it a one-time only, and now they're out of stock?
No, they're still making these. They still sell. The only one that came out of circulation, I think, was Namco Museum 1.
Oh, I see Kung Fu on that one, the Data East collection.
Oh,
Right?
maybe that's why. Okay, maybe Kung Fu ended up here because Karate Champ is here.
Yeah, Karate Champ. That's right. Ooh, I gotta get that one.
Yeah, Karate Champ was good, but I don't know how you would play it without a second stick, without 2 sticks. See, one of the great things about having this in emulation, to be honest, is that I can use my Xbox controller or my VCS controller, which has the dual sticks. Midnight Resistance, 2 Crude Dudes, which was a great game. Side Pocket, which was great. Joe and Mac 2, Bad Dudes, but this is the NES version of Bad Dudes. Burger Time. So this particular one though is also not the arcade. These are the NES versions of the games. Earthworm Jim 1 and 2 is on the Interplay collection. I don't think they're both on there. I think one of them is. Earthworm Jim's on the Evercade Collection 1, Interplay Connection 1, with some other great games. Booger Man, which was on Genesis, Clay Fighter from the Genesis. Clay Fighter, actually, this might have been the SNES version. Battle Chess, which was definitely the NES version. But yeah, Earthworm Jim, which was the Genesis version, is on Interplay Collection 1. Interplay Collection 2 has Earthworm Jim 2. So yeah, you can get Earthworm Jim on here.
The second one, right? Is that the second one or the first one?
They're both. So the first one's on the first collection, and the second one's on the second collection.
Yeah.
It's the Namco Museum collections that were going out, and I think that was because of licensing. So I think you can still get them now, but
Yeah,
maybe
you
not.
should be able to. Like on Amazon, you can get. Let's say you wanted to buy this one, you can get this with 3 cartridge collections for $99.
Right. So here's Namco. Okay, so yeah, currently unavailable. This was the one, and again, this was the one that Rich and Pete would have much better information, but they ran the licensing ran out on this one, which is why this one's out of stock. But Namco Collection 2, they're still good on, and that has I'll go back to.
And I do have a Indies Hero collection, and that's like $30. That I think has more. I don't know.
I'll take a look at that one next. The Namco Collection 2 is not quite as good. I mean, it has Galaga, and then a couple Splatterhouse games, but not as good as the first one. Brian F said Funstock still has some Namco 1. He checked. So if you can find it, snap it up. Let me see. Oh, here's the Indie Heroes collection. By the way, the Atari Lynx collection. We were talking about the Lynx on Monday. So
yeah, you were. Yeah.
Alien Cat 2, Anguna, Chainbreak, Deptor. I don't know any of these. Actually, that's not true. I know Daedalus. But this has a lot of games on it. So.
But it's quality. I mean, the cartridges, they come with the case. They got a little deal here. You have the cartridge. It's quality, I think, and I think it's for the price. It's reasonable.
Oh, they're not live anymore. All right. Oh, have a good night, brother Jesse. He's about to tell you he's going to sleep early tonight. I know those days.
All right, Jesse.
So.
Thank you for being here, brother.
I mean, it's, again, I don't, even though it doesn't necessarily, it's not quite, I think the issue that I had at the beginning was that I was hoping that these games were arcade games, and they turned out to be NES games and Genesis games. Yeah. So more recently, they've gone to the arcade collection. So Technos. So the Technos collection, which has Double Dragon 2 and Double Dragon 3, Mania Challenge. Remember Mania Challenge? That was a great old school wrestling game. And then the Data East arcade set, which has the actual arcade Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, the arcade Burger Time, Lock and Chase, which was fun. So, yeah, it's lots going on there. Yeah,
the Namco Museum Collection 1 is still in stock.
Oh, how much is it?
It's $23.
Oh, yeah, you should snap that up while you can.
Yeah, I mean it's reasonable.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you get a lot of stuff in there that.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool, especially for those also who like physical collections. I think this is a cool retro physical collection with modern tech, and you want to get them all, and then you have a set there, and play it whenever. Pass it down to your kid, or they could try out some of these games that you liked. Let them figure out what they like.
Yeah. And if you don't want the handheld, go for a Evercade Versus.
True. Yeah.
I mean, this thing's only $100, and I mean, it's basically it's the console version, right?
Yeah, and it plays the same cartridges. So
yep.
Which is cool that they were keeping everything consistent, and you don't have to sit there and spend more money for all new setup.
Yep. Goes full 1080p, has Wi-Fi on it, and it's only $99. So,
Hey, what's up, Boba Fett Gaming? Appreciate it.
Boba Fett, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you. But yeah, I mean, this is good stuff. No. I did see Infinite says, guys, I've been waiting patiently, and not to change topic, but any news on Intellivision? Not yet. There's not a lot I can say at the moment, but there will be news. I can promise you that. I can't say anything at the moment. But yes, there will be. Things are just. I will say this: they know that, like Intellivision knows that they've got to keep us in the loop a little bit, and they're intending on it. They just have to get they're continuing to work on things. They're continuing to get through their big hurdle, which is manufacturing. So we'll get some news soon, and as soon as we do, I'll say this: if the news comes anytime before next Tuesday, we'll talk about it Tuesday. If we hear anything in the next, say, 24 to 48 hours, tune into DJC Game Studios tomorrow night, because obviously if anything breaks, he'll know. So, I got my ear to the ground, and as soon as we know. So, by the way, something else that's going to happen this week, and I forgot to mention this or put it on the thumbnail, but on Friday, and I hope we're not getting rickrolled, but on Friday, Sega is supposed to be announcing a new project or projects, according to their according to an announcement made. A live broadcast announcing Sega's new project will broadcast from 2000 hours on Friday, June 3rd. Appearances are Hiroyuki Miyazaki and Yosuke Okunari. Sorry. So these guys they're coming up with something. Now, we'd already heard rumors that they were doing new versions of Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio as free-to-play games, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm skeptical on. I'm not. Oh, there's Pete. Pete, you guys literally missed the. We didn't know how long you were gonna be on. You missed the Evercade talk. So that is Brother Pack Opening Pro, Gamers United Guild member and brother, and great gamer. And if you like to see people opening up packs of things, cards, all kinds of stuff, that is your man. And I don't know if you noticed this, Pete, but I kind of had to represent the old days in the
retro roots.
Well, not in the retro roots. When let me get to it. Hold on a sec. I had to represent the old days in the Atari video. I had to.
It's now a retro shirt, right?
It is. It is now a retro shirt. So,
That's a classic tee now.
Knowing that I was opening and unboxing the Atari VCS, I had to wear this shirt. It was there was no other shirt. Like I went right over my NLG shirt and said, nope, I am putting on the OEB shirt for this. So Pete, and I'm not saying this to bullshit you. This shirt I wore purposefully on this video. So I just wanted you to know that. Yeah. Boogie says it would die laughing if Sega just played the Rickroll song on Friday because it's a corporation to their fans. So, but yeah, and if you like trading card pack openings, sports, Pokemon, Star Wars cards, MTG, down in the description, check him out. Some cool stuff. So, all right. So, it's 10:45. We've gone our obligatory hour and 45 minutes. Peter's lost complete interest in the show. So let's get
back on Sniper Elite 5.
So, let's get getting
Well,
here.
the next topic is going to be short. The best of 2022 so far. Well, Xbox has no game, so that's already off the table.
Oh, that's it. Good night, everybody. No, look, I as I said at the beginning of the show, I have done some, as you would say, and I appreciate, Peter, some respectful bitching, right? There's been some things going on that just, as an old guy gamer, just, have been, just bugging me, right? So I felt like, as one of the founding members of the Gamers United Guild, and for us who preach positivity all the time, I felt guilty. So since there was nothing else to really Infinite on me, actually. Infinite.
You just rickrolled. You rickrolled.
I rickrolled Infinite. He said I was at work, wasn't paying attention, heard the end credits. Matt! Look who it is! It's Matt Jones.
Imagine.
What's up, Matt?
Matt! The Matt! What's going on, man? Good to see you. Speaking of NLG and speaking of alumni, brother Matt in the house. Dude, it is awesome to see you, brother. No. Anyway, so I thought Mr. Pepsi himself, that's right. I thought that tonight we would get back to it. We didn't, we're still like a whole week and a half away from the Xbox showcase, right? Which you and Peter are going to be heading up this year. And we're a week and a bit away from the Summer Games show. And while we do have the State of Play coming up on Thursday, and we've got the Sega announcement, which people are speculating might be a Dreamcast Mini. It's possible. I don't think it's going to be a Saturn Mini. I don't think there's enough. There might be, maybe there is. I would love for there to be enough interest in a Saturn Mini, but I think a Dreamcast Mini is probably a more realistic. But I think they're probably it's probably a game announcement, is what I'm thinking.
Gaming as a service, heavily on NFTs.
Yes. And then everybody's just going to be, please be excited. Please be excited. What's up, Scepter? We miss you too, Matt. We miss you too. We got to get you on here one evening. Just like the old days. So, with all that said, everything is or a Sega Master System Mini. Now, I would.
Why not combine them? and have it like the the Amiga Mini,
Yeah, very
just
true.
the 500, 1,000, whatever, 2,000.
Well, they haven't done an actual mini like Nintendo yet, right?
Yes, they did a
Just been
Genesis.
like
They did
knockoffs, or they have?
no, they did a Genesis Mini.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay.
That's the one, if you remember, that had the actual Sega licensed version of Tetris.
Mm.
So, yeah, Pete's saying SMS Mini as they have the complete control of that library. So, and I know he's not here, but since we're talking about Sega, I'm going to point this out real quick. I want to give a shout out, man, to Dark CMF. I know he's not here. Might be busy tonight, but Brother Dark sent me the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition. Let me bring this up real quick just to show. This would be one of my best moments of 2022 as we'll get this started. He sent this to me on this past week, and Seth and I did a box opening, which, by the way, channel members, those of you who are NLG channel members, friends of NLG, that video is live right now. I haven't tweeted it out yet, so those of you who are watching the show, our channel members, when the show's over, please, head on over and check out our box opening, Seth and I. I don't know if you can hear it. I got to take off the... I tried doing this in the video and it didn't work. Let me take off the noise gate filter. The console actually has the on-off switch does this. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Let me try it again.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the people on the... let me undo the noise suppression too, one more time. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. So that came with this. It came with a metal card. Really nice little metal.
Metal card solid?
Yes. And then it came with... and it came with a cartridge, like a Genesis cartridge, or a shell of a Genesis cartridge. That opens up to a ring. And it's an actual metal... Well, I think it's metal. And an actual... Yeah, Back said DCMA'd. That's the Xbox One version, yes. So yeah, Brother Dark, man, thank you. I just noticed the shirt. I was wearing this for you guys tonight. So and you know what? No. F what Daddy J said. So Daddy J said, think of Retro Roots as the appetizer and NLG as the main course. No. Retro Renegades and NLG are the 1-2 punch on Tuesday nights. This is your it's like must see Thursdays on NBC. Must watch GUG on Tuesdays. Retro Renegades and NLG.
But retro is entree, the entree and the what do you call it? We're the dessert, sir.
There you go. We taste good too.
And we did cherry on top.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, so anyway, thank you, Dark. That was just awesome. So we'll see on Friday what this announcement is. I am cautiously optimistic. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anyway, I said all that to say this. Since I had been so negative the last few weeks, and this is a show of positivity and the Gamers United Guild and all that stuff, I wanted to find out from you guys. I wanted to talk through with you guys some of our, so far, favorite games, best games of 2022, some of the best things we've played, some of the best news that we've heard, best events that we've seen, and we want the the chat to work with us on this. So, hey, what's up, brother Carlo? 4GQ TV, speaking of Gamers United Guild, popped in the chat to say hello. I want the chat to help us out too and talk about what their favorite gaming moments, games, news of 2022 is. So,
why don't you go first, Mike? You always
Me?
like last. How
well,
about you go
because
first?
well, because you guys, I love you guys, and you guys deserve to go first. I've gone first for years, so I'm very, very happy to let you guys take the spotlight. So I will, but I could definitely, I would say my first highlight of 2022 has been recent. So, another gift that I've gotten is and it's not a gift. I can't say this is a gift because at some point, TV's Hasslehoff has to catch up with me so I can pay him. The Atari VCS, which is still fresh in my mind right now because I'm still kind of working with it. Thanks again to one of our great friends of our show, friends of the channel, a guy who I met. I've now met him face to face. TV's Hasslehoff. We were in DJC Game Studios chat on a night of Amico Forever on a Wednesday night, and we were talking about the Atari VCS, and I was like, I'd love to get one for the emulation side because I heard that it can emulate, up to PS2 games, and right now my current emulation box is the Xbox One, my OG Xbox One, and it really only gets up to about PlayStation games, and even that was just kind of meh. So Hasslehoff DM'd me after the show and said, I've got an extra VCS I bought in a $99 sale. You can have I'll sell it to you. He didn't say you could have it. He said, I'll sell it to you. And I gave it some thought, and I'm like, you know what? If nothing else, for the emulation, to be able to run RetroArch on it, because you can run an OS on it. It's basically a little mini PC with a Ryzen processor and an AMD Vega graphics APU. I said, if nothing else, I'll use it for my emulation stuff. And so he met me. I was at a scout camp kind of in his somewhat vicinity, and he met me there and gave me a box, brought it home, unboxed it. You can see that video up on the channel. And I've been playing it ever since, like to the extent that I haven't really touched the Xbox or PS5. And the emulation on it so far has been great. I can emulate PS2 stuff. I'm actually going to be doing a video on it. Probably going to drop next week. I've got a little more testing to do. Somebody said, hey, you ought to see how Dreamcast games work on it. And at first I was like, I have a real Dreamcast. That's how I stream my Dreamcast stuff. But then I was like, you know what? What if people don't and want to emulate it? So I got a little more testing to do. I've tested so far on it PS1, PS2, of course, Sega CD, Atari 8-bit computer, and ST. Peter, it runs ST games like a dream.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, it uses a great ST emulator. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to see that. And I actually ran a Saturn game on it. I was like, you know what? What the hell? I'll try Panzer Dragoon. So I ran that on it. And so I'm just doing.
You still miss one of the biggest ones though.
Which one?
Commodore 64.
You know what? I had a not for any reason other than I never played Commodore 64. But you know what? I will do two things for you, Peter. I will test C64, and I will test Amiga.
Nice.
If ST works, Amiga will work. I just want to see what the emulation looks like. So you know what? Thank you for saying that. I will add Commodore 64 to it.
Sweet. Can't wait to check it out.
And then next I'm going to do some coverage of the actual VCS games because as Pete Pack Opening Pro told me, and I think I might have said this last week. I apologize if I'm repeating it, but I was all set to buy the recharged games on the Xbox while I'm waiting on the Amico. Obviously, I've got Missile Command and Moon Patrol and stuff like that on the Amico, but the recharge games like Breakout Recharged and Tempest 4000 and those games, I was gonna buy some of those on the Xbox, and then Pete said that there were extra levels and some specific things, some exclusive things on the VCS versions. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So then this guy, I give a shout out to this guy as well. He goes on Twitter by VCS Connect. He watched the video and said, "Thanks for the video. I'm looking forward to more coverage. I just gave you a few titles for free." So I go and I look, and sure enough, he gifted me Tempest 4000 and Breakout Recharged and Missile Command Recharged and one other. And so I'm like, well, damn. So now I'm going to check out, of course, the VCS Vault, which is one of the games that came with the console. And I got the Onyx edition, which has the classic controller, which looks very familiar, right, Peter? Nice little...
It does.
The middle spinny part is what I'm most interested in. It actually does work, and I can't wait to show people that this works for Tempest and Breakout. So yeah, so that I'm ranking that as one of my best things of 2022 so far. I had no the VCS was not on my radar at all. I had full speed ahead, waiting for the Amico. Happy to continue to play my Xbox and PlayStation 5 stuff and kind of wait, but this fell into my lap and I couldn't turn it down. And once again, Brother Hasslehoff, I cannot thank you enough. But you can't duck me forever. Every time I mention paying him for it, he mysteriously doesn't respond to me. So you can't do this to me. I gotta pay you for it. I will never feel right if I don't settle up with you. So I will send him a Discord message probably after the show and just get square with him. So but yeah, that's one of my best of 2022. So
sounds good.
Yeah. All right, Peter, you're in the middle. Next up.
I think the best thing was like the Microsoft Xbox sold out. I mean, sold the most over PlayStation and Switch in Japan that 1 week. No, just kidding. That's all baloney.
For a second, I was a little concerned.
Yeah, no. Who cares about that? I care about the game.
You're supposed to, sir.
Yeah, I know. This channel is supposed to, but I know we let everybody down.
I know.
What? Best thing. It's always hard. It's like
it can be one of. It doesn't have to be the best. It's just one of the things.
One of the things that I really enjoyed is the first time that I enjoyed a From Software game like the Elden Ring. Beautiful world. It's definitely a new experience for me, and all is well till I got to a point where I actually had to start grinding, and at that point I haven't touched it since. So it's the good and the best. I mean the good and the bad. Because I don't like to, I don't like it when it turns into work,
No,
So it's like natural
yeah.
progression, or it's like, okay, you're too weak for this enemy, but go in this area, which at the beginning you can do, and that makes sense. But at a certain point, it's like, wherever you want to do, you need to level up and stuff, and it's like, not sure if I want to do that. But it's
It's definitely one of the best games of 2022 thus far. I mean, I think there's no question on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's likely pending. I would say pending a Hellblade 2 release this year.
It's not going to be this year, I don't think.
I don't think so either. But
I mean, they're still capturing scenery and other stuff.
This is true.
In Iceland, like even this week. So it's like,
yeah,
that's not going to be
yeah. I was going to say pending that. Elden Ring to me is game of the year. Unless Ragnarok releases and blows us away.
So far, it looks that way.
So,
like they're selling merchandise and other stuff, or getting ready to. So that might be an end of the year Ragnarok.
So that'll be the battle. I think Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring would take it though because of its wide appeal.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that you said is something that I've heard from many people is that this is the most accessible From Software game.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, you're not forced to take on this enemy in order to, in order to move forward in the game. You can bypass it and explore other areas.
Right. This is a good one. No, I can't remember. Chris, have you played Elden Ring yet? I have not.
Yes. But I haven't gotten back to it. But I did enjoy what I did play. So, I mean, I got a good feel of what it is. So it is a grind, though. You definitely got to put in the work. But there are, what's his name from Bitcoin? Not Bitcoin. Bitcast. He came out with a nice,
Ainsley?
Yeah. He came out with a nice, if you haven't played Elden Ring, he came out with a nice starter article for those, what to do starting into Elden Ring. So I played it first, and then I went back to read his article. I'm like, okay. If I would have done that, I probably would have had an easier start. So are we already jumping to me as far as the year?
It is your turn.
Might as well. So Elden Ring is one, that I really did enjoy. Let me go back. I'm looking at Tunic, which came out this year, and that's been a nice gem. That's beautiful. Great indie game.
I played a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Got my sword and a shield.
Yeah. Dying Light 2, I started that, and I've gotten pretty decent amount of it, but still a lot left to do. But what I played so far, I really love it.
Talk to us a little bit about Dying Light 2. For those who...
Dying Light 2, I didn't play the first one, but Dying Light 2, it's kind of an apocalyptic world. There's a virus that ran around, and you have people that are zombie-like. So, of course, at nighttime, they're pretty much taking over the city, and they're more vicious. But at nighttime, there's things that you can do. So the the affected people come out of the buildings, but now you can go inside the buildings to find stuff that you need. And it's a lot easier because you don't have a horde inside the buildings at night. And so there's different dynamics with that. You have factions, and you can help the factions in the city. And you choose, like, let's say you obtain a water tower, you get to choose which faction gets to control it. So there is some dynamic there. You decide, because during the story, you do some missions for each faction, and you get an understanding of who they are, and if you feel like they're worthy, then you can pretty much give them control of the city as you unlock different stuff. The city, people need power, water, whatever. So that's where I'm at with that. So I stopped at the point where I took over a water tower, and I gave it to one of the factions, and that's where I'm at. So, but I'm making my way to the center of the city because your character is looking for somebody. So that's his ultimate goal. So I've enjoyed that, but it's a lot. It's a big game. I think that was earlier in the year. Of course, Elden Ring, which we talked a little bit about. Tunic, which is Zelda-like. You running around the world, finding secret areas and finding weapons, better weapons, and as you improve, your combat gets better, but you discover all kinds of creatures, different areas. Just cool, different. You gotta figure out the right mechanics, the right way to approach some of these different characters. Some have shields, some swords, some you got like a big spiders that you run into. So it's real cool. It's a lot like Zelda, but with different twist. So I've really enjoyed that, and that's another I gotta get back to. That's the problem with the real world problem that we have with gamers. We got backlog, and new games come out. Ooh, let me go jump on that. But one game that I have been playing that all year is Far Cry 6. And did that come out at the beginning of the year or end of last year?
That was the end of last year.
Was it?
Try to find.
Yeah.
There's a lot of my achievements been this year.
Well, you streamed it. You streamed it in February.
Far Cry 6, yeah, October.
October, yeah. You streamed it back then. Or actually, Peter streamed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've still been playing it, and I finally finished it this weekend. So this weekend, I was able to go to, I went back and I kept at it. So I beat the main story. But there's still a lot left to do. And what's cool on that one, they had a couple of DLCs. They have one that's tied in with Stranger Things. You go into a bunker. Russians have, a way to get into the shadow world. So you play it. There's a little story to that, and it's cool. And then they have one mission where you interact with the actor Danny Trejo. He plays himself.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do a couple missions with him, you get a cool bike. So I mean, it's stuff like that that's real cool. The acting in there with the actor that what's his name?
Giancarlo?
Is it?
No.
Wait, he played
the dictator.
Yeah, the dictator.
Yeah, what's his name?
Him, right?
Him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you said Carlos something else.
No, Giancarlo.
But his character's great. There's times when you think that you're getting to him, and then he's one step ahead of you. And so I think the cutscenes and all of that were real good. And but him and his son, his interaction with him and his son, he played the part great. So, and I think he was up for a nomination, right? Last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
don't think
I
we won anything though.
no, what's her name won from the Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And then one game that I also beat this weekend was Trek to Yomi.
Mm.
So I did the cloud on that, and I didn't download it, and that ran smooth, and I really did enjoy it. I like it was just cool playing a classic, like a samurai movie, black and white, and just the game itself, the art, the background, the foreground. I know some of the camera was a little off a little bit. You get used to. But I think overall it worked well. Combat was pretty good overall, but then sometimes you felt a little off. But
Yeah, I wish the controls were like 60 hertz. I don't
yeah,
care
the
that
controls
the
sometimes
video
you
is
get-
like 24, but it's like it felt like at
Yeah.
times like hitting a button and there's nothing happening for.
yeah, and it got me into a hard spot because there were some where I had to repeat. I mean, you go through several people and you're like, well, one of my thumb was getting tired, but it was a great game. Cool story where you have options. You kind of choose the path that you're gonna take. I think there's 3 paths, right, Peter?
Yeah, I
So-
think so. What did you?
I chose the one for love. Like
Yeah, me too. I think
Yeah.
most people will pick that.
yeah.
I'll have to
So-
pick
What
one.
do you think
I'll have
about
to
the
pick one
last 2
different.
chapters, though?
I mean, it obviously it's the way. No matter what, I think it's still just sad outcome.
Yeah, I
I
just
did- I
did not
think-
like I just did not like the last 2 chapters.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, it's
And that's
it's dark.
It's just the
Yeah, it's just yeah.
I can't wait for you, Mike, to finish that game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed what I've played so far.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You have to
I need to
take
get
it
back
off
to
Ronin
it.
mode because it's gonna take you forever. I tried it and I couldn't get the first enemy. I even had trouble because of just the
Oh.
responsiveness of the controls were awful.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did too.
I-
Remember when I streamed it? It took
Yeah.
me 5 or 6 times, I think, before I got past that guy. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I was like, I think I had Nate in the Nate and I were in a party, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna play this in Ronin mode and see if we can, beat Mike in that. I was like, no. At that point, it's like, I'm not even gonna try anymore after I got past that one guy and died so many times, and it's like, that was not even fun.
Now once I got the hang of, see, I think what helps me with that game is the fact that I've
The emulation
played
lag. You're like, just kidding.
Sifu helps me with that because Sifu is a pain in the ass game too, but I love it.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that you played.
but I haven't played it, but was that responsive? The controls and stuff?
There were times when it wasn't. I will say. But there were, I mean, for the most part. Here's that. Let me see if I can get to that spot outside the gate. Yeah, it was right. Yeah, so here's the spot that you guys are talking about where
Yeah.
I got started. I'm like, okay, here's the first guy. How hard could it be? I found out very quickly how hard it could be. So,
Yeah, I remember that. I did die the first time. But it was funny. I think the second time when I went and I got him like right away, I'm like, okay. And one thing that you know how the ones where you stop and then you have this interaction with someone else who's talking shit to you, and they had that moment, right?
Yeah.
And then I take him out quickly. I'm like, okay. You know, but it was just cool. I mean, it's like, again, it's like you're watching a classic samurai movie
Yes.
and then playing it at the same time. Like it switches. All right, now it's your turn.
Yep. And see, there's his death
Yeah,
number
right there.
one.
I love that. Yeah.
Death number one.
Yeah.
Rinse and
But
repeat.
yeah, but once I
Yeah.
got through this and understood what I was supposed to do, then
Yeah.
it wasn't as hard. And it only really gets hard for me when I'm surrounded and I've got to go back and forth
Mm-hmm.
and take out, guys behind me, guys ahead of me. But once I figured out that, hey, you can block
Yeah.
and you can parry, then I was okay. And so far, I need to get back to. But look at the trees in the background. It's like everything about the look.
It was a beautiful game.
Everything
beautiful.
about the look.
Yeah.
Let me see. So like that. Just hang on. Let me get to. There's another.
Take one. Take two.
Take it right. Get it right, everybody. So then I started figuring out how to parry, and I'm like, okay, and then I got killed. But
Yeah.
but like this. Okay, I got him here. This like this with the people in the background, like these shadows of people watching.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. Devolver Digital. Let's give Devolver Digital some serious props. They've got to be of the. I mean, can we even call them an indie publisher anymore? I mean, they're putting out just some high quality stuff. This Death's Door, I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're very good at going out there, looking for developers who are in need of support. They got talent. They got something like this, or like this store. Like, hey, this is cool. This looks good. We're gonna publish you. We're gonna support you. They don't just go. You don't see them doing tons of games. They go after quality stuff. So whether you want to call it indie or AA, whatever, I think they're a premier indie AA publisher. They're not about the AAA huge open world games or whatever. They're going after quality developers.
Yeah. Scepter. I like the way Scepter describes them. A giant company that publishes indie games. I mean, They are getting big.
Yeah.
No. And yeah, Hector, get dirty with this game because it really is good. It really is. And even playing in Ronin mode, like playing in Ronin mode, I don't feel like I'm getting killed. I'm getting killed because I'm doing stupid things, but I'm not getting killed because the game is cheap. And I think that is why I'm not having as much trouble. Star Trek to Yomi was awesome. What's up, Jago? Oh, so
and what was cool is that once I got towards the end of the game, I was like, I understood what Yomi was.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
So I misunderstood what it was in the beginning, and then as you go through, you're like, okay, I get it. But this is at the top of my games so far this year, along with Tunic as far as the indies. But I mean overall, and then recently playing Sniper Elite 5, and really loving that too. I'm on the first mission, and I'm heading to my last deal to take out objective. So really liking that, and I'm looking forward to play some co-op, and maybe we can do some the mode where it's kind of like a like a horde type deal. Where maybe I'm hoping it's 4-player.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. So Jago,
Have you played the Gunk?
I did. I played that a little bit. I had that on here on my deal. And it was okay. I just didn't get stay on it.
I like that game.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's relaxing.
Yeah. So far this year's been good, along with what I played. Man, it's hard for me between Totodope and Tunic. So far, those are my two top games. As far as the rest of the gaming industry, I've really enjoyed how, what we've been talking about, Evercade's been doing with the console, and then now they're just announced this handheld. I like how they're keeping at it. The VCS coming out. I think it was too expensive, but now that the prices come down, you're starting to see more people now that you got to do an unboxing and start dive in. That piqued more of my interest at that. And of course, the guys at GoGameGo, I think it was recently, they also showed a handheld.
The Playdate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which does Game Boy and the other Game Boy, right?
No,
that's the Analog Pocket.
Yeah, the Analog Pocket. Yeah, I really did like that. So that piqued my interest too. So far this year, there's been cool stuff. As far as gaming and that stuff. This little one-off hardware stuff, and of course, still waiting on the Miko, and I can't wait till they finally come out and give us some news and so on. And that could be something that we can talk about at the end of the year. Where we're at on that. So yeah, I mean, so far this gaming year's been good. Not a lot as far as we've had some delays between all the publishers, really. So we'll see what a few of these announcements coming up, game shows, show us here soon in a couple of weeks, and give us an idea what the second half of the year is going to look like. So,
all right.
We played some GT7. That's enjoyable too.
So yeah, I was gonna put GT7 in there. Go ahead, Peter. Take that one.
No, go ahead. I mean,
well, we'll take it together. We'll take that together because we played it together. Let me grab that. We had and once we
I haven't played it lately. They made a bunch of improvements and also made some things worse, but I have not tried it out. So
I got a little in. I got a little in while I was redoing my entertainment center to get the Atari in and getting stuff working. I'm like, let me turn on the PS5, and I played a little, and I'll be the one to say it. Hang on, let me get over here. I will definitely be the one to say it. Forza's got its work cut out for it. Forza's got to show us something. I just spilled my water all over myself. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Luckily, it bypassed my keyboard completely, but
everything else is soaked.
Everything else is soaked.
Where's that ShamWow where you need it?
Right.
Myke,
dude, all I did was go to pick up my cup. I am the clumsiest frickin'. I might after we talk about GT7, I might need a minute. You guys might have to take over the show for a few minutes because I need to go change. Jesus, it was a half full cup of water too.
Myke just wet himself.
Right? Good God.
I wish the glass was half empty.
Oh, it's fully empty now.
Yeah.
So,
but did you notice any differences?
No, I haven't noticed. I haven't noticed anything huge. It doesn't mean it's not there. It just means I haven't. Let me see what the last update was supposed to do.
Well, y'all did. I remember last time when y'all were talking about this, y'all did enjoy the the deal where they give you a brief history of some of the cars
Oh,
and automakers, right?
Yes, I love that. In fact, that is something that Polyphony really did a great job with.
Yeah.
So, okay, so they added in the latest update, Peter, they added 3 new cars, which you can buy. 3 new
Money
menu
that
books
you don't have.
with money that you can't and you can't earn.
$40.
It is now possible to receive birthday present tickets. So you can get. I wish I'd. Did that come out? When did that come out? So my birthday is in September, so I'll be able to get a birthday ticket. So they added 3 new menu books. They added. Following has been added to World Circuits. Lightweight K-Cup, Tokyo Expressway. So in the Lightweight K-Cup, Tokyo Expressway, Autodrome Lago Maggiore, and Willow Springs International Spaceway. Willow Springs International Raceway. Kyoto Driving Park, Deep Forest Raceway, Autodromo de Interlagos, Circuit de St. Croix, Suzuka, and Daytona Road Course. So,
All right.
yeah, and now you can export photos taken in scapes or race photo mode to the media gallery and the capture gallery. So, that's cool. New paint colors, new scapes, an equal condition mode has been added to the time and weather settings for multiplayer. And then just some other small things.
Equal condition mode?
Yeah, I think it means that when it says when this option is turned on, the variable time speed rate setting will not be available. So I'm thinking that it's their way of saying real time date, time, and weather.
Mm.
So yeah, just give us your birth date and social security number. They make diapers for that, Myke. Thank you, Jago. Thank you. Now, okay. Oh, so they fix some things for steering wheels. Although I'm telling you, Peter, when I played it, I was still driving with the controller.
I still need to give that a shot.
Did some sound fixing. I'm waiting for them to add some of those new music tracks. That's what I really want.
I heard the music is good in this.
It is, and I don't know if you saw it in the first video I did, but there are. I wonder if I've got just a regular straight up. If I kept the regular straight up videos, there's a special mode in the game called, I forgot what it was called. It's a musical mode, and what you do is you race to the music, to the specific music, and you have to get through these checkpoints, and the timer goes to the beat of the music. It's really, it was really something new and innovative. I mean, when we talk about innovating games, those are the kind of things that, let me see where that is in this video. And I think you had to start with it too. This was the grind to multiplayer, although I don't think I recorded myself starting with it. Let me see.
Oh yeah. That was a grind to multiplayer.
Yes, it was. I might not have recorded the I thought that I did. I know I showed it. I showed it on a previous NLG show. But yeah, it had whatever happened to adding your own music to games. The Xbox One did that for a while. I think they took that out. Because why do that when you can strike YouTube channels for having its own music, for having music in a game?
Well, if you're, oh yeah, that's true in the game. But I mean, didn't Xbox had a deal with Spotify?
They did. I don't know if it's still working. No. Where's my Vib Ribbon kart racer where the track is generated by the music you add? There's brother Hasslehoff. What's up, brother? We were talking about you earlier with the Atari VCS talk. But yeah, I mean, I think this is one of the great games of 2022. I mean, Polyphony did a phenomenal job with this. The steering with the controller is just sublime. Absolutely cool. Sublime. I mean, I cannot stress how. I mean, you see it right now. This is a replay, but
yeah,
this is me driving this car with the controller in motion control mode, and I cannot stress enough how accurate the steering was.
Yeah, cool.
Amazingly. And you use the triggers as your gas and brake, and it was just, yeah. I mean, this this game has a lot of longevity if you really want to grind through it. What I don't like is the grinding for cash, right? I don't like that. But as a racing game goes, this is a fantastic title and a big hit for this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we'll see if Forza Motorsport gets announced and comes out at the end of the year.
Yeah,
and then,
hopefully.
And then play that and compare a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see.
They'll both bring something different.
The good news about Forza, is usually you don't see a lot about it until launch time, right? So usually Turn 10 shows it off at the E3 before they launch it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think there's a good possibility of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're due for that one.
Well, and I think the pressure's on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah.
I mean, and also, yeah, the bar has been set. GT7, so.
I agree. The GT7 is no slouch game in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, whenever I do get a chance and I can play the PS5 games, I definitely will play this because GT was my favorite racing game there, 1 and 2. I didn't really get into the third one much. I was kind of already onto other things, but like Big Block said, back then when I was younger and I had a little bit more time, I put some grind into 1 and 2, and I finished them pretty, not too, it didn't take me too long. Nowadays, it would take me a while. Another, Peter, I don't know if you mentioned Forbidden West. You did that. You don't consider that at the top of your list for the first half of this year?
Was it the first half of this?
Yeah, that
year?
came out in
Yeah,
that came out.
Yeah,
March or no, not March. Or April.
It's up there. It's not my top game, but it's definitely I have fun playing it. So yeah.
Think it'd be considered for nomination for Game of the Year, or?
Not for me. There were too many little things in there that kind of dragged the game down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is the controls and stuff, and it was like I think that game was just too big for, at some point that games gets too big and then you have too many different story pieces and stuff, and
yeah.
But I mean, it was a gorgeous game, though. It's a gorgeous game.
I think some other things that have been really great titles this year that we've had a chance to play.
Does anyone play Pac-Man Museum Plus that came out this week?
Not
Last week?
yet. Not yet. I know Seth wants to take a shot at that.
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
Really? Aw.
Yeah. Also, like, in order to unlock certain Pac-Man cabinets, you have to play like a certain cabinet like multiple times before it unlocks. It's kind of like, why do I have to play one that I don't want to play? And then the controls seem very, very bad. It's like not very responsive. Are you holding down your down on the D-pad, and then it doesn't obey your commands. It's like very frustrating.
I just say museum in the title, so.
Yeah. Kind of wish you had to play with like, one of those old arcade sticks.
Yeah, yeah.
Micro switches in it. At least you know you have make contact and. So that was a little disappointing.
Well, we really haven't had, besides Dying Light 2, GT7, and Horizon Forbidden West. I'm talking about big games, third party or first. We haven't had a lot of that in the beginning of this year, right?
No, and the ones that we did, we weren't big fans of. Like we did not. I mean, I think we collectively did not like Rainbow Six.
Oh yeah. Well, one nice surprise. It's not new, but it's new to Xbox. Is Godfall, and we did enjoy that co-op.
We have enjoyed it. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
So that is new to Xbox for this year.
Yep. No, and that's a fair fair title to talk about. I'm also going to let me pull it up. I'm also going to give a shout out to I really enjoyed Sifu. I need to get back to that game as well. This is a recurring theme for me. Is having to get back to games. But they made some adjustments.
Long enough, they will appear in your list because then you become retro,
That's right. Then I could play it. No, I mean, it's a game that I enjoyed. I know I streamed it. I had a good time with it. It was hard as nuts. It was very unique in what it does, right? So as you die, you age. So it does give you sort of a like a roguelike thing. I'm just trying to get to some action here. Here we go. But this was a game that I was interested in from the minute it was announced, and it thankfully delivered on its promise. And some of the things you can learn, some of the things you can do is really good. And while it was very difficult, and I know that they have since updated it to stem the difficulty a bit, even when it was, I got stuck in a couple places where I thought the bosses were cheap, but from an overall, I had a great time with this game, and it definitely was a really nice spot of 2022 for me. And if you have a chance to play it, I do thoroughly recommend it, because I think it's worth playing and worth getting, it's worth almost throwing your controller over. I will say that. What else did we have that was really good this year? because I know I played some stuff, some older stuff, but just trying to stick with 2022 games. I mean, Chris is kind of right. It hasn't been. It's been a lot of smaller games and not a lot of bigger games. He mentioned Tunic, which I hadn't played yet. You did.
Yeah, I played Tunic. Well, it's good for what I played.
What else? So Infinite said one of his favorite games this year was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I can't.
Yeah, I've not played that. So
say. Any shout outs for the Switch? I know you avoid that system.
Oh, the Switch Sports.
Oh, there we go.
We enjoyed that. Yeah, my family enjoyed that.
All right, so here is Nintendo Switch Sports. Tell us about it. Because I only know kind of what I've seen from other places, which is it's Wii Sports on the Switch.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, new thing is like volleyball. That's new. One thing that I'm missing is like on the Wii Sport, you had like baseball and stuff. That was like a lot of fun. That's not in this one, which I think it's missing. And they also had like basketball on the Wii. It's also not in this one. That was what we enjoyed as well. Now you have this little thing whacking each other on the head. The bowling is good. The soccer is. We haven't played like one-on-one, but we have done the shootout, which actually putting that thing on your leg.
Oh,
Joy-Con like this. So you have to just time it right, and the goal will shrink once you're like ahead by like 3 points or so.
Oh man, Nick's got to work tonight. Man, yeah, go get a nap, man. Sorry you got to work. Oh.
And volleyball is neat too. I haven't played it like a whole lot. Just like played actually like one game against so my daughter and I versus the AI. And we had a good time.
Yeah.
Also because we won, so definitely
Always good.
helps in the enjoyment.
Yeah.
You talking about Rocket League?
Oh.
And still, bowling is king. I mean, everybody loves that.
Yeah.
That looks cool. I might have to pick that up, but this year.
And I know my kids, and Big Block said his kids too. Skywalker Saga, Lego Skywalker Saga. I have a copy of it. Need to get it moving. I need to get moving on it. That's the one I want to play with Seth. So, Back from the Dead said, not a new game, but really enjoyed playing Vampire Survivors since it got added to Game Pass.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that's another thing too. A highlight of this year. Game Passes.
Yeah,
I've been getting some decent stuff in there, from indies to. We just saw that Origins.
Oh yeah.
Assassin's
So
Creed,
hang on. Yeah, let me grab that.
Yeah. And that piques my interest because I didn't play Origins or Odyssey when they came out, and for some reason I decided I'm gonna play Valhalla first. So I'm almost done with that, and that's another one I need to go back and finish. So I figure if I go back, finish Valhalla, then I want to go to Origins. And so now that's going to be in Game Pass, and it's upgraded for the Series S and X. So
yeah, here's the it's in our thumbnail, but this is what's coming. So Chorus, which is on my list,
Yeah.
And the
Oh
Ninja
yeah, that's
the
on my list
Ninja
too.
Gaiden Master Collection. That's gonna be if you guys, I don't know how much Ninja Gaiden you guys have actually played, but Ninja Gaiden was the original Dark Souls. I'm just telling you. But it was freaking phenomenal games. Still some of my favorite of the original Xbox and Xbox 360 games with Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2. The collection, I forgot what's in the collection. I'll take a quick look. The Ninja Gaiden collection has
So you two played Crossfire. That's not in your top either.
no
That
sir.
also came out this year.
No sir. That was in our top fastest shutdowns. So I can't believe this is coming to Game Pass. You guys, I'm telling you, if you had not played any of these, these are amazing games. So show the three. Okay, so Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma, and Razor's Edge. Yeah, just phenomenal games. I mean, one of my top series of all time. So there you go. Project Jeff says Rogue Legacy 2 for him, one of his. Came out on Xbox in April, was early access on Steam since 2020. Better than the first game, and he liked the first. So, and then Assassin's Creed Origins, not only that, Chris, but on Thursday, the 60 FPS Series X and S and PS5 updates come out. So I am actually probably 40 to 45% through Origins. Kind of gave it up.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I Origins I own, and played it for a while, gave it up, but that is one that I will definitely go back and play when it hits 60 FPS. That's going to be a beautiful. It's already a gorgeous game in 4K, but that's just gonna make it even better. And then For Honor Marching Fire Edition, that's a favorite of Crazy Ones. So yeah, I mean, Game Pass. We talked about this. We talked about this last week, but Game Pass is without a doubt in 2022 been one of the top things to continue to push forward. I mean, you think about the games that we've gotten, right, with MLB The Show, with just
Trick to Yomi,
Sniper
Elite 5,
Sniper Elite 5. I'm pulling it up just to give you guys an idea of some of the.
Wait, was Tunic in?
Tunic was Tunic.
Looking right now. Is that
Mega Myke? Jeff. It was a different kind of hard game than Dark Souls, but Dark Souls was the Ninja Gaiden of games. It was a fast action game, but it was every bit the same kind of game. Every boss had a certain pattern, and you did a lot of ducking and rolling and stuff like that. So it is.
Tunic is Game Pass.
So it is every bit Dark Souls is every bit Ninja Gaiden, just with adding some RPG element to it. So
Yeah, there's just so much. I think even Weird West, I've heard some good things about that. That's one that came out recently. I mean, there's just so much.
Oh yeah, the Weird West.
And so much value there, and for us, right? We us three talk highly of Game Pass, and it's just a lot there. A lot of so much stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
they. I think there was something there. They are going to make more Game Pass announcements for here soon. So I'm sure they're holding off on some big stuff for Game Pass for June 12th show.
Well, the truth is they have to.
Yeah.
I mean, they really do. You know, and man, the Game Pass game library doesn't come up on their website. Oddly enough, like it shows no games. See, Peter was right. Xbox has no games.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me try.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me try a different browser. It would be ironic that it doesn't come up in Microsoft Edge. How ironic is that? But I mean, thinking about the games that have just come out: Pac-Man Museum, Jurassic World Evolution 2, Trek to Yomi, For Honor coming. Euden Chronicle Rising. We talk about Japanese games, right? Danganronpa 2. Yakuza, Like a Dragon 6, 5, 4, and 3. Right, Scarlet Nexus, all the Bethesda, ZeniMax games, the Blizzard Activision games are coming. Windjammers 2. I mean, these are just those are the popular ones. Let me do the recently added.
Remember we played Shredders?
Oh yeah, Shredder.
Yeah,
Y'all weren't too thrilled.
Yeah.
I was unimpressed.
I haven't heard anything more on that. Are they gonna make some improvements? I haven't heard anything,
I mean, thinking about it, what, and Peter, what do you think they can improve, or is it just a mediocre game? I don't know if they can really improve much on it.
On Shredders?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have the budget that Microsoft had when they made Amped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we just outgrown that kind of game. I don't know.
It's possible, but I mean, I was hoping for it to be good.
The Top Gun for Flight Simulator, that's out, right?
Oh yeah, I have not.
Yeah.
I've downloaded it, but I haven't tried it out yet.
Oh, and that's right. It's a free expansion. It doesn't even cost you anything. So I definitely need to get that. Two games did that. They did that, and there's skins out for it for at Ace Combat 7. But yeah, oh God, included with Game Pass. That's right. Yeah, what a game that's been. Flight Simulator. I don't know, that came out last year, but
yeah. But they've been on top of that. They've been supporting it.
Yeah.
It's going to get continued support for a long while. Yeah, I mean, also, I will include for this so far this beginning of the year is the announcement of the PlayStation. What are they calling it? Is it just PlayStation Plus?
yeah,
Tiers,
yes, it's
They're
still
just keeping with that, and then they're just adding tiers.
right. So there's the oh God. Hold on. It's coming back to me. It's
I mean, I think that's cool to have here at the beginning of the year announced, so people can check it out, give them feedback, and I think they've already come back and explained something about the stacking, right?
Yeah, there was
Based off the feedback.
yeah, I think they fixed it.
So I mean, I think that's cool to have that announced, and then see where that goes throughout the year.
Yep. So it's essential, extra, and premium. And I think I'm still eyeing which one I want.
Extra, I mind that if I get a PS5 this year. So I see that as value for me. So yeah, I think that's it's a good start. They add a lot of value there, depending on each person. What they feel like they get out of it. Just like Game Pass for some people, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And apparently they're going back and doing trophies on the older PS1 games now.
Yeah, I heard that.
Which is cool. So that's definitely been a kind of a high spot for gamers. I mean, look, we talked about this too. It's when you look at it in its totality, it's that premium deal isn't that bad. It's definitely not as bad as we thought it was. I mean, I think I think that's. Let me. Where is? Why is it not picking up my Windows browser capture here? Firefox, there it is. So yeah, these are the tiers. I'm still thinking about the deluxe. I don't know if I need to play PS3 games, but I might get the deluxe, and then the games that I own, because I'm growing my PS2 library, and now I'm going to regrow my PS1 library too because of my emulation abilities. Those games I'll play on the VCS emulation and or on RetroArch, and the games that are in the deluxe I'll just play on the PS5. I think that's where we're headed. So that comes out here. Doesn't say when exactly. Sometime this month. It's coming sometime this month.
Yeah.
Right?
Peter,
they said June.
June. Wow, maybe this Friday they will.
Oh, here we go. So Japan is targeted for Thursday, and North and South America is targeting for Monday the 13th. Interestingly enough, after the Xbox showcase. And Australia, New Zealand, and Europe is targeting June 23rd. So hopefully that means, now targeting, of course, means it might not make it, but
yeah.
So, so I'll give it another one. It's, I mean, you can't say anything other than it's one of the best announcements of 2022. Microsoft acquiring Bethesda, or Activision. Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, that's a huge one.
It's a big.
Yeah.
That's been in the forefront all the way to Washington.
Yeah. Yep. Now still work to go.
Somehow I still think I would have preferred it to have picked up a bunch of smaller ones
Yeah,
instead of the one of those big behemoths.
yeah, I mean, remember, was it 2018 that they acquired everybody? Remember when they acquired 5 new studios and it was like, hey, Playground Games, and you're like, yeah, we figured Playground Games, and they're like, Compulsion, and you're like, huh, I didn't think about Compulsion, and then they said, oh yeah, Ninja Theory, and everybody went berserk. And then that was the year they announced the initiative too. So I mean, depends on what they do with Activision. I mean, I kind of get what you're saying. I can understand. I mean, I can see it. Because I think we were always saying, hey, they should pick up a Sobo, right? They should pick up Bluebird.
What about the Crystal Dynamics? I mean, it went to
Embracer.
Embracer.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather had Xbox purchase that over Activision shenanigans, but
well, especially we don't know what was going on there with that, because obviously David Gallagher has a relationship with Crystal Dynamics. You would think that if maybe he did ask Phil, hey, I could really use these guys. We can use them to make certain games. They can help initiative, whatever. But something there, something that who knows what was going on behind the scenes as far as that. Maybe Square Enix didn't want to deal with Xbox.
Well, maybe too, when it might be the Crystal Dynamics wasn't available at the time. And now, and they didn't come available until recently. And it was after Microsoft had started the process with Activision. And all of a sudden, because Square Enix dumped multiple of their studios to Embracer. So TV's Hasslehoff says,
that could have been something that's already in the work, though. Maybe they had already been talking about it.
It's possible.
A year or so.
It's possible. And you don't know how long Microsoft was talking to Activision either.
Yeah.
Now, Hasslehoff says, who's going to grab EA? I don't know.
There are big rumors about Apple, but I don't.
Never
that will be so weird because Apple's not even in.
I know.
Any PC/console.
What do they call their gaming?
That would be just so odd.
It would be.
What do they call their gaming on the Apple Arcade, or what is it?
Yeah.
They have their own indie games and so on that they provide away. But they're not on the level of Xbox and PlayStation, the other publishers.
I mean, are titles IP just gonna die down there?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
See any of them on any other platforms except on iOS?
Yeah,
but that would be a big mistake, because how?
A big mistake for whom?
Well, I don't see how that would help. As far as money-wise, yeah, they got plenty of money for EA, but EA has all these other deals with NFL and NBA, and of course the FIFA deal went out the door. But how would that work? And obviously NFL would say we want our shit multiplat still. So if you just want to be the vault for EA, okay, but we need to keep this stuff multiplat.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing too is that doesn't mean that the deals would go, the licensing deals would go with them. And maybe there's something to. I think I said this before. Maybe there is. Maybe we don't know. That NFL deal is not going to get. How long is that NFL deal good till?
Well, they should have another Madden coming out this year, right? So who knows going beyond that?
What about the mobile versions?
Good question.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like they have it. Looks like EA has the NFL contract until 2026.
Shout out to Peer and Plug. Welcome.
Hey,
Good morning.
Plug. Good morning.
Well, see, the deal fell through with the NBC deal, right? So who knows what happened there? But
Right.
Even that would be odd too. I mean, it's like
I know, yeah.
because people are not even in the same space, and then all of a sudden, like,
I would rather Amazon pick them up, and Amazon. I can see Amazon. Hey, we that would benefit them is because they have Twitch, they have Luna, but I don't think they would make it. They might use the studios to make some exclusives for them, but also, being, hey, we got our own big publishing company, gaming, and they, support Respawn, which has been popular. They still continue with the Star Wars, and I think they have another Star Wars contract besides Fallen Jedi, but I'm not sure.
and it also includes Codemasters now.
Yeah, and then DICE now. Who the person that's in charge of Respawn, Zampella, right? He's in charge of DICE now. Battlefield.
Well,
so we'll see what he's going to do with that.
Well, while we're talking about that, you guys saw, speaking of trailers and whatnot, you saw the
I haven't not seen it yet. I'm surprised I haven't, but
the announcement for Jedi Survivor.
Yeah. Was it like? Yeah, that's gonna be cool. What is it? 5 years ahead from the last?
Something like that.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, bro? Said.
I love how you got his name right off the bat. I'm the only one. The only one. So there's still a possibility, and I know people think that they're just completely dead and gone, but Google just added 7 new games to Stadia Pro. Google is still in this, and if they were to ink a big one like EA, that could turn them right back into relevance.
Yeah, but do they want to though?
I mean, they haven't been successful setting up other studios.
No, they haven't.
We got this person, and all of a sudden, we've decided not to.
No, they certainly haven't. But when you have ready-made, you have ready-made EA, maybe that's the way to do it. I'm just saying, don't sleep on them. If they make they could be primed in order to jumpstart Stadia to make a move like that, and Google's got the money for it.
They do, and there's plenty of IP there. But I believe that whoever does pick them up needs to leave a lot of these games multiplayer. Obviously, the sports games, if they want to honor those, they still have contracts. And those are big money being multiplat. But then they could, get with Respawn and BioWare, to say, hey, we want you to make us an exclusive. But we'll leave certain games multiplat. Obviously the Star Wars, Jedi Survivor will be multiplat. I don't know. I would say, let's say EA wants to break up. I would rather if Microsoft was interested, maybe not all of EA, I would rather them go after Respawn and BioWare.
Absolutely. Oh, and go get what's his name? Who made It Takes Two, and
Yeah.
get him too. Get him in the deal.
Say, hey, we want you to be part of the. Hey, you're in charge. What do you want to do?
Yep. That's another
Same thing
game
with
you and I have to
Zentella.
finish, by the way, Peter.
I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, but no, it's interesting. Is obviously that's been just announced this part of the first half of the year. And they did earlier in the year. They did say they were not going to have any kind of showing around June, right? They said there was no. They were going to have some. What do they call their stuff? Their show around E3. It was EA something, right?
EA Play.
Yeah. So they canceled that.
Well, yeah.
And they don't really have a lot going on right now. So besides Respawn.
Right.
And we're still waiting on Dragon, the fourth one, right? No, from BioWare.
Oh, Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna hear anything about that anytime soon? That's been quiet too.
They did say that they would have something later in the year. So, but there you go. That is about as and of course Hasslehoff had to go. So we got halfway through answering his question and he had to leave.
Yeah.
Pluck says eyes on Scalebound. Oh, Bros was selling off his collection to build his first car. To build your first car? What are you, Tucker? That's awesome, man. I want to see what this car is when you're done. Seriously. Oh.
Maybe it's my summer car.
Yeah. Oh. All right, so we've come to 12:16. We've I think we've hit our best of 2022 so far, I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh,
We'll see what the second part of the year brings.
yeah.
Nothing but delays and disappointments, sir. That's all there is.
Yeah. Very much
Enjoy
so.
your backlog.
So. It's a 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. Oh, the green one from the original Fast and Furious.
Nice.
Oh.
That's a nice Eclipse. That's the best one they've had. They haven't really been able to capture that magic since that one. But parent plug. I want Scalebound. Well, sir, I'm not sure.
I think the initiative will make the next
After Perfect Dark.
Scalebound. Yeah, if that ever comes out.
Yeah. Well, remember,
Are they going to show us
Yama.
more this in June?
Scalebound.
No, not Scalebound.
Oh,
Perfect Dark.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so.
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think next week we will
Yeah.
talk about
We'll do our
predictions
predictions. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I think we did a good job tonight of bringing some goodness to the world of what we. I mean, it's always good to talk about what we liked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Gaming is good. Been good so far this year.
yeah.
And I think it will. I think it'll be a strong end of the year. Hopefully, we'll get a couple of surprises. But even with a couple of these delays, we'll be all right.
Give me Forza Motorsport and Ragnarok. I'll be happy camper.
That just might happen.
I know what we won't be getting. Starfield.
Oh, you had to go there. You had to end the show. Had to end the show on a down note.
That's right. So there's a lot of stars to make. There's a few more stars they gotta put in.
They have to be aligned just perfectly.
Yes, sir.
That's right. All right. So that's gonna do it for us. 12:19. We're still we're still under 3 hours, and I'm not breaking that rule. I've made promises. So we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. It's been an awesome show as always. We love. I'm telling you, we're loving this Tuesday night thing. We're unfortunately we don't get to break news on Thursdays anymore, but it's okay because we'll be fresh to talk about them next week when everybody else is done. So and it's fresh again.
But any acquisition news, you hear it here first.
That's true. Very true. So, but everybody in the chat and those who are still hanging out, there is still a good 20 of you in there. Thank you guys so much. Always a pleasure, and always great when Parent Pluck can get in.
Right.
And he says as long as they announce a new big Sea of Thieves update, he's not complaining. So
I want Sea of Thieves 2.0 as a pure adventure server model.
The Swiss Robinson, the Crusoe.
Swiss, are you trying to combine Swiss Family Robinson Crusoe?
But they still had to deal with pirates too. So.
Yes. No, I think they
Addams
should.
Family on the sea.
The Addams Family on the sea. That would be great. They don't be. You know what they need to do? They need to do a remake of Hook. Oh my goodness! All right, so hey, we got a little surprise here. Scalebound Pluck, you are not doing it. It's not happening. PvV only SOT servers are the only thing SOT needs. That's good. Dreamcast Mini. All right, save this.
I know, that's why I brought up the 2.0, because then it's like, oh, it's a, people won't be saying like, oh, you can't do this, my cosmetic. It's just a new version. You
that's
slap
right.
2.0 on there, and then it's like, there you have it.
Oh, well, all right, save this, guys. Save this energy for next week.
We're trying to get us to 3 hours.
Yes. No, it's not happening. I'm getting us out of here. You guys rock our chat room. We love you so much. Thank you guys, everybody who's popped in here, on and off. Those of you who have stayed the whole time, all of you guys, our channel members, our non-channel members, you guys all rock. We love you. And by the way, channel members, just again, I'll tweet it out tomorrow, but you guys get first look at our special Sonic Mania Collector's Box unboxing that Seth and I did this week. That is up for members right now, and will probably stay for members until Friday, and then I'll put it up for everybody else. So thank you guys. Peter, Chris, another great show in the books.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So
Good
thank
stuff.
you,
Good
everybody. Yep. Do not forget, tomorrow is Gamers United Guild Wednesday, of course, with GoGameGo and their open chat. And then after that, Amico Forever with DJC Game Studios and his crew. And then all the way through, Thursday is 4GQ TV. On Friday is the Iconic Video Games Podcast. On Saturday is the Evercast and the Dragon's Den with Brother Lemon and his crew. Sunday is TXR, and in the morning you've got Good Morning Xbox with Axel and his team a second time, swinging around a Monday with Astro Smashed and then Retro Roots is every other Monday. So next Monday I'll be doing some retro streaming, and then Tuesday starts off with Retro Renegades, and then right back here at 9:30 for another NLG show. It's going to be a good one. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. Pick up a controller. Get some gaming in. We might actually try doing some co-op streaming this week. I know we've missed it the last few weeks. That's been on me. But, Peter, we got to get back to it. Chris, if you're available, of course. We got to get back to Friday nights with Peter and Myke and maybe Chris. So, we'll shoot for that. In the meantime, play on, gamers. Have a great night.
Game on, guys.
Adios, gamers. Have a good rest of the week.